My friends, you come today seeking to illuminate one of the darkest corners of human psychology, a question that echoes in the silent chambers of countless broken hearts. How do narcissists choose their victims? The very word choose implies a conscious, rational process, a deliberate selection from a lineup of candidates. This is your first and most profound mistake. To believe this is to remain a child in a world of ancient, primal forces. The narcissist does not choose a victim in the way you might choose a piece of fruit from a bowl. The process is infinitely more instinctual, more predatory, and more chilling. It is the cold, automatic calculus of a shark tasting a single drop of blood in a vast ocean. It is the unerring, magnetic pull of a vampire toward the warmest, most vibrant pulse in a crowded room. They are not conducting a job interview. They are scanning the spiritual and emotional landscape with a form of psychic sonar, searching not for a person to love, but for a specific type of ecosystem that can host their parasitic existence. They are looking for a field, not that is barren, but one that is lush, fertile, and ripe for plunder. The most shocking and painful truth you must absorb is this: they are not looking for weakness, not in the way you understand it. They are looking for a very specific and tragic combination of profound strengths intertwined with a single, critical, and often hidden vulnerability. They are drawn to your light, not because they wish to bask in it, but because their own inner world is a realm of absolute darkness, and they must consume your light to cast a shadow that makes them feel real. The selection is not a choice, it is a diagnosis. They are expert diagnosticians of the human soul, and they have diagnosed you as the perfect, unwitting donor for a transfusion that will leave them energized, and you utterly anemic. Let us dissect the profile of this perfect target, and as we do, you must banish the comforting illusion that you were chosen because you were weak, broken, or somehow less than. The brutal reality is often the opposite. The narcissist is a psychic mountaineer of the most perverse kind. There is no glory in conquering a small hill. Their ego demands the conquest of a towering, magnificent mountain, for only then can they feel tall themselves. They are drawn to your strengths. They are drawn to your empathy, not just because it is a pleasing quality, but because empathy is a superpower they themselves lack, and they must borrow yours to construct their alibi as a loving, feeling human being. Your empathy becomes the mirror in which they can see a reflection of a person with a soul. They are drawn to your intelligence, your talent, your success, your social standing, or your physical beauty, because they are fundamentally empty entities who define themselves by acquisition. By possessing you, they believe they possess your qualities. Your success becomes their success to brag about. Your beauty becomes their accessory to display. They are drawn to your resilience and your strength, not to admire it, but to test it. A person who crumbles at the first sign of pressure is a poor investment. They provide very little supply. A strong, resilient person, however, can endure months, years, even decades of their psychological abuse, providing a long-term, reliable source of fuel. They see your strength not as a virtue to be respected, but as a measure of the high quality of the resource they are about to mine. And most critically, their predatory instinct hones in, with lethal precision, on your conscience. They can sense a person who is programmed to self-reflect, to seek fairness, and to take responsibility. Your innate desire to be a good person is, to them, the most promising sign of all. It tells them that you are the perfect host for their favorite psychic mechanism, projection. They know, on a deep, instinctual level, that you are someone who, when faced with conflict, will look inward and ask, "What did I do wrong?" This quality, this beautiful virtue of conscientiousness, is the open, unlocked door to your soul. It is the welcome mat laid out for them to wipe their dirty feet on as they enter and begin the process of making your inner world their personal landfill for every ounce of their own shame, blame, and self-hatred. The early stages of what you call a relationship are not a process of mutual discovery. They are a subtle, predatory interview and a reconnaissance mission designed to confirm your suitability as a long-term host. The narcissist will conduct a series of small, almost imperceptible tests to gauge the permeability of your boundaries. They will be a little late for a date, to see if you get angry or just wait patiently. They will make a slightly off-color joke at your expense, to see if you laugh along to keep the peace or call them out. They will ask for a small, inconvenient favor early on, to see if you will abandon your own needs to meet theirs. They will create a minor, manufactured drama and then watch, with the cold detachment of a scientist observing a rat in a maze, to see if you rush in to fix it, to soothe their feelings, to take the blame for the misunderstanding. Each time you apologize when you've done nothing wrong, each time you let a boundary be crossed, each time you prioritize their comfort over your own integrity, you are passing their tests with flying colors. You are signaling to them that you are willing to contort your reality to fit theirs. You are demonstrating your capacity to serve as the emotional regulator for their chaotic inner world. And this brings us to the most insidious and heartbreaking truth of their selection process. The narcissist chooses you for your virtues, and their entire project is to take those very virtues and systematically invert them until they become the instruments of your own torture. They will weaponize your empathy, using it to make you feel perpetually guilty and responsible for their happiness. They will exhaust your strength, pushing you to the brink to see how much abuse you can endure before you break. They will exploit your loyalty, using it to isolate you from friends and family until they are the sole arbiter of your reality. They will take your beautiful, shining light, the very thing that drew them to you, and they will hold it under the water of their negativity until it is extinguished, leaving you in the same darkness that they inhabit. The choice is not about finding someone to love. It is about finding the perfect light to snuff out. The final selection is made. The silent contract is signed. The moment the narcissist confirms that you possess the perfect tragic cocktail, a high-value portfolio of resources, light, empathy, strength, integrity, combined with a critical, exploitable vulnerability, a willingness to accept blame, a deep-seated need to rescue or fix others, an unhealed wound that makes you crave external validation. In that moment, an unwitting agreement is made. You believe you are entering into a partnership of love, growth, and mutual respect. They know they are beginning a project of resource extraction, psychological dominance, and eventual disposal. Two entirely different contracts are being signed in the same moment, and you are only allowed to read the one you wrote for yourself. The shocking truth, my friends, is not that they choose the weak, but that they are expert hunters who seek out the most vibrant life in the forest, not to nurture it, but to drain it for its vitality. They are drawn to the sound of your soul's music, not to dance with you, but to shatter the instrument and enjoy the silence that follows. The path to healing and future immunity does not lie in trying to become less empathetic, less strong, or less kind. It lies in understanding the nature of your own sacred ground and learning to fortify the one place where they found an entrance. It lies in recognizing that your virtue is not a liability, but that your unhealed wounds made it vulnerable. To heal is to learn to offer your light to the world without allowing anyone to consume it, to offer your empathy without taking on another's poison, and to love from a place of fullness, not from a place of need. It is to finally learn that the only validation that matters is the silent, unwavering light that emanates from within, a light that no predator can ever extinguish, because it is no longer for sale.